Here we go, guys, the video that you've all been waiting for. Cue the applause. No? That's better. So in this video, we're going to be going over my favorite products of 2018. And if you like these kind of real type of videos, give me a sub, give me a like, let me know what you'd like to talk about. I'm down for whatever. Almost all these products are going to be listed below in the Amazon links in the description. Hook a brother up, help a guy out here on the smaller channels. I'd really appreciate it. So this is stuff that I own personally, I use, and I continue to use, and I have no problems with any of this stuff at all. Just like all of you, I've tested and played with a lot of gear. I've sold a lot of gear, just like we do every year. But I think that this year, I finally did build some consistency as far as what frames, motors, and just what things work. And leading into that, we'll go ahead and start with our first topic, and let's just talk about frames. My two favorite frames this year are definitely going to be the Multicopter Builders Epic. I run the 229 version. It's on 5.1 inch props. You can run 5.5 inch props on it as well. Also, have been really enjoying the TBS Source 1. I have the version 2 frame. It flies great. I've been running Betaflight 4 on it. It just seems like it's that perfect size and that perfect kind of frame that when you build it properly, it just works with the default PIDs, filters, all that stuff. And it's a good price. When it comes to motors, there's really only one choice for me, and that is the Multicopter Builder Primo 2207 2450 or the 228 2350s. Now those are available at multicopterbuilders.com as well. And you might see a theme here. No, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I just like to support people that are out there supporting the hobby and keeping us flying. Richard is one of those guys that's doing it. I've said it a dozen times in many of my videos. I mean, the guy is selling stuff to us at great prices, and it's great gear. It's good quality to keep us in the air and keep us going. I mean, while a lot of people are buying like T-Motor, F60s, F80s, all this stuff for $25, $30 a piece, coming out with new revisions every month, it seems like. You know, Richard is selling his motors around $21, $22 a piece, and he always hooks you up with deals. Just a great guy. Here's the frames that he sells. He's got a 7-inch, a 6-inch, a 5-inch, and if you're not part of any kind of mid-range or long-range group, you might not hear about Multicopter Builders, but Richard's been doing this stuff since the beginning. I mean, he pretty much is a pioneer when it comes to this stuff. He has kind of a niche market. He's got everything that you need on his website as well. It's all proven gear that a lot of people fly. While we're here, we'll also talk about my favorite flight controller that he sells. Now this is a Betaflight flight controller. This is the Motolab Tempest F4. The reason why we all love this flight controller is because it's got a solid 5-volt and power regulators built into it. This thing can handle, I think, up to like 160 or 180 amps being pulled through it without an issue. It wires up really easy. Comes with like wiring looms that you can actually plug directly into your cameras, into your UNIFY HVs, all that kind of stuff, CROSSFIRE. And also it's got enough UARTs to run CROSSFIRE, GPS, and whatever, buzzer, whatever else that you need. So the next item we'll talk about is VTXs. Everybody wants VTXs. You need them to fly FPV. I've tried various different ones. I've had success with some of them. I've tried to save a few bucks by trying out things like the Mach 2, the Mach 3, even the Immersion RC Tramp. You know, for 25, 30 bucks, they're okay, but nothing gives me the solid performance like a TBS UNIFY Race or the TBS UNIFY Pro. They both come in HV versions, so you don't have to worry about running them off a 5-volt pad. They'll power your FPV cameras so you can get super clean video if you're having issues. They've got the little UFL connectors. They just came out with new revisions as well that have heat sinks built into them. They've got MMCX connectors. and the prices have went down. So Trappy is really listening to what the market wants, and he keeps on pumping out great products. No 2018 discussion would be complete without talking about the TBS CROSSFIRE. Even though it's been out for years, 2018 was really the breakthrough time for it, and the NANO RX that came out just kind of took it to the next level. Competition with FRSKY has drove prices down. So getting into a dependable radio link with all kinds of telemetry feedback, even if you want to do short range, it's still great. Long range, short range, mid range, whatever you want, CROSSFIRE will do what you need it to do. You can run it in so many different kind of antenna configurations and orientations, and you still get superior results. And now that you can get a CROSSFIRE Nano for $30, and if you buy them in bundle, you can even save more. That's even better. The micro version of the CROSSFIRE that goes on the back of your radio is great because it'll go up to 250 watts. I think it's like 80 bucks right now. For most of you that are familiar with OpenTX and programming your TARANISes, that's pretty much all you would ever need. Now, if you don't want to go down that route and you got a little bit of extra money to spend, definitely go for the full-size version. It's available with Bluetooth or without, and you can save some money by going without the Bluetooth. Cameras. When it comes to cameras, I am just super spoiled now. I don't fly anything unless it is a RUNCAM Micro Eagle. The biggest downside to the RUNCAM Micro Eagle is the price. Anywhere from like $42 to $48, depending upon where you find, or if you buy a pre-made Rotor Riot edition that actually has the settings already configured, so you get the best looking video, whatever. I do fly the cheap CADDX cameras for 20 bucks, just because I actually like the picture on some of them. That's like the $20 F1 or F2 or something like that. So those aren't bad. I haven't had any problems with them at all. So feel free to shop around for some of those as well. So let's move on to goggle modules. Rapid fire, done. First time I put rapid fire on my face, one of my friends, I was just blown away. There's nothing like flying around without seeing static and breakup constantly in your video like we used to get with our old diversity modules. Take that Furious or LaForge, put it on RC groups or whatever, sell that thing for 40, 50 bucks and get yourself a rapid fire. They're constantly developing it. It's just amazing. Pick one up today. When it comes to antennas, I've really been happy with the new Video Aerial Systems Ion V2. It's this antenna right here. You can use it on your goggles, your ships, whatever. This is my Source 2 frame, by the way. Running the Primos, running the Micro Eagle, running the Tempest, everything that I said. And for a long range, medium range, short range, just good coverage, the new PEPPERBOX XTREME. This thing, since I picked it up back in September before it was even available, is just amazing. It's really all you need. You don't even need a separate antenna on here. It's pretty much, I just run another one on rapid fire so that way it can do its thing and blend its signals and all that kind of stuff. But this is great. If you're not going to go with something this big, maybe go with the Crosshair Extreme, which is one of these that's kind of built a little bit smaller and it's not as big of a coverage area. But yeah, definitely. Batteries. Been flying 5S all year. Again, if you keep an eye, batteries are done. I fly 5S packs from China Hobby Line, Tattoo R Line, and the Paraflip Ultralights. Those are 1250s, the R lines are 1300s, and the China Hobby Lines are the big 1500 white ones. Now, I know everybody's looking to move up to 6S, but if you're not prepared to spend that kind of money and you want to just get a little bit more power out of stuff and less sag, definitely pick up a couple 5S packs. I think when I was looking at my links down below, you can get the R-Line 5S 1300s right now for like 27 or 28 bucks a piece, and the Paraflip 1250s I think usually run around $25, $26 a piece. Props. When it comes to props, man, There's just too many of them. I talked about that in my 2018 junk video, which I'll post a link up here so you can see some of the stuff that I was kind of ranting about with that. Now recently I've been flying these 5.1, 4.1 by 3 HQ props. They've been made pretty popular by Bob Ruge, and for the reasons why, they are just clean when it comes to video. The responsiveness is there. Everything is just there. It's a perfect prop. I love it, and I've been flying it on all of my ships now, especially in Ohio here with the weather and the wind when I can't fly anything like 5.5 or 6 inch. When it comes to chargers, ISDT of course has the market, I think, cornered. The D2, the Q6, those are the ones that I use. Just great, simple, and easy that you plug them into the wall, or they sell their own balance boards, so you can charge multiple ones at a time, or you could run them off a big 6S, 8S flight, big battery brick. Last but not least, I want to talk about drone drop. Drone drop is one of those things like Quadbox that some people might like because they'd rather take their 40-50 bucks a month and spend it on stuff that they actually want. But a lot of this stuff that I have got and I have tested, I've got through them. The first time I got those props was from them. The first time that I'm getting Source 2 is coming from them. A lot of little things that they throw in there sometimes is the stuff that I found that I've used the most, and the nicer products like the flight controllers or the ESCs or motors, I've actually sold those, so I can usually pay for my box and then keep all the goodies too. But then you get a link to the subscriber store so you can buy that stuff at a ridiculous discount. Like these Ethics battery straps, I love these things. And getting these things for the price that you can get them for with the subscriber store is just awesome. So that's it. Tell me what your favorite products are in 2018. Tell me what changed your life with FPV, what made your hobby better. I'll be back with a couple more videos talking about what I am looking forward to in 2019 and what some of my purchases may be, things that I would really like to have. You know, these Dom V2s are getting a little long in the tooth, so that might be a hint for you. Also, this TARANIS, I don't know. There's something called Spectrum out there that is kind of interesting me as well. Peace!